Modern businesses use initial coin offers, ICOs, and initial public offerings, IPOs, as two methods of fundraising. In today's video, we will learn about them in simple language. At Finance Doc, we will be sharing more explanation videos related to cryptocurrencies, trading, forex, and many more. So watch this video till the end and hit the subscribe button. And click on the bell icon to get notifications for our future videos. So let's begin the video. Introduction to fundraising. When fundraising was originally popularized in the early 1900s, it was mostly used to collect funds for charity purposes. The primary methods utilized by organizations to raise money were face-to-face fundraising, events, and public relations (PR) efforts. The first and most effective campaign was run by the well-known YMCA, or Young Men's Christian Association, a non-profit with the mission of assisting underprivileged youngsters. For the New York City YMCA alone, the two fundraisers Frank Pierce and Charles Ward were able to raise an incredible $4 million. Through smart advertising tactics and face-to-face procedures, they established a trend of innovative fundraising campaigns that shaped the future of capital acquisition. Capital raising has taken on a new meaning with the emergence of online social media campaigns and easily available worldwide communication, enabled by the internet. The emergence of cryptocurrencies has created new avenues for crowdfunding initiatives that rely on blockchain technology to function. Peer-to-peer, P2P, Mastercoin project held its first token sale in 2013, raising the equivalent of roughly $500,000 in freshly created mastercoins against the payment of Bitcoin. Since that was the first ICO, numerous companies have been inspired to leverage the Bitcoin blockchain for P2P financing thanks to the success of this fundraising campaign. In the first 12 hours of the 2014 Ethereum token sale, 3,700 BTC, or roughly $2.3 million, were raised. With the money raised, Ethereum was developed into a working blockchain that is separate from Bitcoin. In 2017, as large amounts of money began to flow into the cryptocurrency market, ICO token sales surged. What is an initial coin offering? One of the most well-liked and effective means of generating money for blockchain firms is a crypto ICO. A white paper, which is a document that highlights the goal of the project and provides investors with technical details about its concept, will initially be released by the company that decides on an ICO. A white paper serves as the company's general roadmap for expansion and success. Tokens will then be given out by the company, acting as sort of a coupon for additional services. Participants purchase tokens to aid in the business's fund-raising instead of traditional stocks like ownership shares. Investors, however, are not permitted to own an interest in the business and take part in internal management decisions, unlike IPOs. On the other hand, investors will be able to use the cryptocurrency they acquire to support the ecology of the project. Without having to go through the laborious and regulated procedure of a conventional IPO, they can buy or sell it to generate money. ICOs are especially suited for small and medium-sized firms because of the basic method that makes it possible to set them up and submit them. The negative reputation that ICOs have developed over the years is a result of this unregulated atmosphere. over 2,000 different token sales raised more than $10 billion between 2017 and 2018. Due to these circumstances, exit scams and dubious business practices increased, which led to criticism, unfavorable media coverage, and greater regulatory monitoring of the Bitcoin industry. The majority of initial coin offerings take place on Ethereum's network. Developers may simply design new blockchain-based derivative tokens thanks to its open smart contract architecture, which also enables flexible built-in features like automatic calculations of the amounts received. Tokens are known as ERC-20 tokens in the Ethereum ecosystem. Following the success of Ethereum, China developed the successful ICO blockchain platform known as NEO. Since NEO ICO's smart contract technology offers greater scalability with up to 10,000 transactions per second, it is occasionally favored to Ethereum. Additionally, the NEO platform supports Java and C#, two more widely used programming languages, making it much simpler for internal experts to start a project there. What is an initial public offering? A private firm selling its shares to institutional or retail investors is known as an initial public offering, IPO. The corporation makes the shares accessible for public purchase by listing them on stock markets like the New York Stock Exchange. The business offers public sales of its digital assets in the cryptocurrency market. Like with conventional IPOs, the cryptocurrency firm that chooses to raise capital through an IPO will be subject to intense public scrutiny and must adhere to the regulations set forth by the agencies in charge of overseeing public corporations. The company must go through this procedure to go public. IPOs are initially described in a white paper, just like ICOs and STOs are. Then, in order to help the company sell its initial batch of coins, they will need to be sponsored by underwriters or investment banks that function as a middleman between the issuing corporation and the general public. Before launching the IPO, underwriters and investment banks assist in setting the asset's price, promoting it to possible investors, and submitting the required paperwork. Since starting an IPO is a time-consuming and difficult process, crypto firms choose to raise money through ICOs or STOs. A large company's growth, however, depends on the IPO debut because it increases the company's reputation and public interest. The company's crypto assets are traded on a cryptocurrency market following the IPO. The Dutch East India Company was the first company to publicly market digital assets related to its business, and it is recognized as the industry's first initial public offering, IPO. The first cryptocurrency exchange platform to conduct an IPO on the regular stock market was Coinbase. It was admitted to the Nasdaq stock market in April 2021. With 56 million members registered in 2021, an increase from 43 million only a few months prior to the IPO, it's possible that the IPO had a direct impact on the company's worth. What is the difference between IPO and ICO? While new, youthful entrepreneurs employ ICOs, established businesses raise money through IPOs. What the investor receives in return for the funding is one of the key distinctions. In the case of an IPO, the investor is entitled to voting rights within the firm as well as equity, ownership of assets that may be subject to debts or other liabilities. The investor in an ICO is not a shareholder in the firm and does not have voting privileges on significant internal matters. The rights a coin represents and the state of any underlying projects are typically what define a coin's worth. ICOs take place when a blockchain-based business first launches. A private firm, on the other hand, decides to undertake an IPO at a later time once it has grown into a more stable business and has a proven functional product or service. Another crucial difference between an ICO and an IPO is regulation. An IPO must adhere to stringent protocols, due diligence, and compliances before being certified by the appropriate local regulatory authority, in contrast to an ICO, which is primarily self-regulated via computerized and digital smart contracts. The elimination of intermediaries, which often prolong, inefficiently, and excessively increase the cost of processes, is the fundamental advantage of an ICO over the IPO method. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on our upcoming videos.